today, and of course, Joe did tell me that he thinks this may be the first time that a governor has actually attended the Governor's Advisory Council. So hopefully we'll have to make this more of a regular occurrence. But today, I'm excited to share some news of a landmark achievement for the people of Louisiana. One that strengthens our coast, protects our communities, and finally clears a path after years of stalled progress. First, I would like to thank my good friend, Chairman Gordy Dove, and Michael Hare, and this council, and all who are working at CIPRA for the incredible work that you all are doing. They tell me that we have, because we're breaking a lot of records in Louisiana, if you haven't noticed, good records, and they tell me that we have more projects under concept engineering and construction that along the coast than at any other time in the state's history. And so that, I believe, is a promise that was made to the people of this state and a promise that we're keeping. We're advancing major land bridge designs. We're affirming something that I've always believed in, and that is that coastal restoration and hurricane protection are not separate missions. They are one and the same. I also want to begin by recognizing the tremendous partnership of the United States Army Corps of Engineers, Colonel Otan, and the entire New Orleans office. I had the pleasure of spending the day with the Secretary of the Army, who visited Louisiana with Lieutenant General Graham, which is Colonel Otan's big boss, as they would say. And it was heartwarming to hear Colonel Otan tell General Graham that this was the first duty he has been in throughout his career where people knew how to pronounce his last name. But I think that also speaks volumes for the commitment that President Trump has made to the state of Louisiana. He has been great to us. I think that this state will break a record on a number of cabinet level secretaries that have visited the state. They're not just coming here to visit, we put them to work. But their commitment, Colonel Otan and the New Orleans office's commitment to break down the barriers of bureaucracy are refreshing. And their commitment to the work that we're doing on this coast is absolutely indispensable. And I will tell you, for the first time in a long time, the Corps of Engineers is becoming a partner with the state of Louisiana rather than an obstacle. And I think that is refreshing for those that work in that New Orleans office as well. But the heart of today's announcement is a deal that many thought could never be reached. Just like they said, we could never resolve the legacy litigation that had been plaguing this state. Last year, we did that. Today, I'm proud to report that the state of Louisiana and ConocoPhillips, the largest private wetlands owner in our state, are words away from resolving the long-standing coastal litigation claims that were against them. I want to recognize the great work that the Attorney General, Ms. Muro, has put into this. She has been a true partner in helping us resolve these issues. This resolution will unlock hundreds of millions of dollars in coastal investment. It will put people to work. It will allow us to accelerate projects on our coastal community that our coastal communities have been waiting for far too long. This agreement will give the state access to 150,000 strategic acres that are currently held by Conoco's subsidiary, Louisiana Land and Exploration. In addition, Conoco will be contributing to the Coastal Trust Fund to support critical restoration work. Look, for years, coastal litigation has held up progress on our coast that our coast desperately needs. One of my top priorities as governor has been to bring everyone to the table to get these deals done. Deals that move our state and our coast and our energy industry forward together. And I'm telling you, it's working. Just 2 days ago, think it was 2 days ago, right? When did I go to that rig?
Yesterday.
This is my fact check over there. Look, 2 days ago, I went and stood on a drilling rig where an investment group led by a young lady shattered the Louisiana record for the deepest well drilled in this state. And she hit pay dirt. Right here in South Louisiana. When everyone said that South Louisiana's drilling activity was dead, we made history just 2 days ago. That tells you that the work that we're doing over the last 2 years is paying off. This resolution that we've reached with Conoco is not the first. We've already reached resolutions with Shell and with Apache, and we're literally putting the final touches to deal with Hillcorp. Let me be clear. Conoco knows this land, and they have been great stewards. Homa has been a home base for LL&E for nearly a century, and they've been investing in these wetlands for generations. This agreement strengthens that partnership and allows us to shift from litigation to cooperation, delivering real, on-the-ground outcomes for the people who live along this coast. What does this mean for Louisiana? It means access to these lands clears the way for major restoration efforts and helps secure nearly $480 million of federal funding. And once all of our 12 coastal parishes sign, and they're gonna sign, Joe, don't worry. He was worried about that, don't you worry. We will finally break ground on long-awaited projects, including the 94-mile coastal land bridge from Plaquemines to Terrebonne, a massive storm surge barrier that will protect Houma, Thibodeau, and the communities all along the Bayou region. It's a $2 billion project with funding ready to go as soon as the final engineering and permitting is complete. Colonel Otan said he's going to take care of the permitting for us. The expansion of Port Bouchon, a vital hub for America's energy section and a central asset in our nation's energy dominance, will also appreciate and be able to move projects forward with this settlement. We've also expanded access to nearly 50 coast-wide reference monitoring system sites across 5 parishes. Data that strengthens our coastal master plan and shapes coastal knowledge worldwide. 4, the Terrebonne Basin Ridge and Marsh Creation Project, supporting the lower Maganza to the Gulf levee system. But more than restoration, these investments is an investment in protecting lives, in rebuilding livelihoods, in preserving our culture, and ensuring that Louisiana continues to lead in energy resilience. The path forward is simple. Now, I have done my part, and I have brought the parties together. I've negotiated this deal with the help of others, and I have put my signature on it. We now need the leadership of our 12 coastal parishes to finish the job, and I'm sure that they're listening and they're paying attention to these cameras, and they'll figure out a way to get that done as well. But the funding is there, and the projects are shovel-ready. The jobs are real. The only thing standing between our communities and the protection they deserve is these final signatures. This agreement sets a new model. I cannot thank Conoco enough. It sets a new model for resolving these disputes, not through years of costly litigation, where only people waiting on lawyers on both sides, but through leadership and partnership. And that's what we've done with this resolution. This deal paves the way for more resolutions that will benefit our state and our parishes, and I'm committed to delivering on them. Again, I want to thank this council. I want to thank CIPRA. I want to thank the Corps. I especially want to thank Conoco for their patience and the long hours that we spent together hammering this out. And I want to let the people of South Louisiana know that these are the deals that actually protect our coast. They're not just words, they're actually actions. It's strengthening our economy, it's securing a safer and stronger Louisiana so that generations of Louisianians don't move out of this state. We're finally starting to see them stay in this state and come back to this state. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your time.